can't this be the same length? Why? Why?
Oh, look at my expensive bag that I can afford and you can't. Or look at my collection of Zanottis. Or look at the car that I drive.
She gonna learn today. She gonna learn today. That's Miss LynnJazzy. That is Miss LynnJazzy. Hi guys, my name is LynnJazzy and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to everybody who has shown me so much love and support and sent me such kind messages. I really appreciate it. It has been so well received. I saw all of them, so thank you a million times over. Anybody who hasn't done it yet, please will you click this button over here and subscribe. Stella is still trying to find her groove, so you need to subscribe so that you can get a notification every time I upload a new video. This video is going to be a bit all over the place, so I do apologize in advance. We're going to do a little chit chat while I paint my face. I will list the products down below, but I'll also tell you about it as we go along, hopefully, if I remember. Let's get right into it. I just went to balance my brows off camera because that process is boring and tedious and nobody cares. I used the Benefit Brow Zings Pro Palette and I really like this one because you can essentially highlight and contour your brows so that it makes it seem like it's more even. It's a really good one, so I do recommend. And no, this video is not sponsored, so I'm just going to leave that over there. And then next I am going to prime with, let's prime with the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow Instant Soft Focus Beauty Flash. So I'm just going to use a bit of that, and then we're going to set with some Laura Mercier before I use the NARS Instant Radiant Foundation. I have to do all of that because if I don't, the finish of this particular foundation is very dewy and quarter too oily, so we don't want that. So we are going to prep the shit out of the skin. So anyway, let me continue. Remember, in my previous video, if you haven't watched it, go and watch it. In my previous video, I was talking about that story about my blog and, you know, what happened, blah, blah, blah. So here we are. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Lynn, and I had just moved to Joburg. I was in a relationship, all was well, happy times, you know, as it goes. And I had this blog, jammyrocks.com. And I was so proud of my blog. I used to upload content 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, because I used to shoot on the weekend. So I would use like either a full Saturday or a full Sunday, and I would just shoot content and then I would upload every day. So I grew a nice following. I had people engaging with me, and there was this particular follower who would email me. She was engaging all the time. She would email me and tell me how amazing she thinks I am, what an inspiration I am.
What am I looking for? I am looking for
Hangover 3-in-1 setting spray and replenishing primer. So I just used the powder, and I'm going to now use this like so. So this girl was very much involved. Then she started saving pictures from my blog and attaching that to her emails, and she would say things like, basically give me tips, you know, I really like this, why don't you try doing this, this and this next time. Amazing. If there's somebody who's trying to help me out, I will take your help and let's do this, right? So that was that. And then After, I don't know how long, I can't remember how long this went on for, but for some reason, the Holy Spirit led me to go and check a particular person's phone. This particular person was the guy who I was dating, right? And what did I find? What did I see? Do you think you can finish the story for me? You can't. Actually, you can't. I found messages between him and this same girl who was sending me emails and sending me pictures.
What?
Hella stalker vibes.
What?
I found messages back and forth between the two of them.
What?
And it turns out that this guy was fetching this girl from work. She worked at a car dealership. He was fetching her from work twice a week, on a Monday and on a Thursday, every week at 3:30 in the afternoon. Isn't that amazing? Wow!
Wow, wow, wow.
Guys, I can't even tell you what that does to a person. So before, the people in the bleachers start telling me that I am jumping to conclusions, making assumptions, and so on, forget all that. And I'm not going to go into how all of that ended and what happened with me and my boyfriend at the time, and so on, because that's not what I really wanted to make this video about. However, it doesn't change the fact that that is still dodgy behavior from both ends. It's dodgy, it's slimy, it's not even a thing. It can't even be a thing. So, as you can imagine, that threw me off completely. And the thing is, I'm a Virgo, so I'm already hard to love. And it's very difficult for me to let down my walls. And I feel like having put myself on a platform like that, where I am sharing a bit of myself with strangers, and then to have something like this happen to me, it blew my mind. I hung up the gloves and I walked away, and I said, nah, this isn't for me. This life isn't for me. I am exposing myself and putting myself in a situation that I have no control over. And so I need to get back control and just remove myself from this space. That's the solution, right? So that was the end of my blogging. I was like, no way, Jose, we're not doing this anymore. I then closed myself up even more. I didn't have a complete meltdown, but I just started becoming very reclusive and understandably became highly suspicious of every person around me. That wasn't even a joke. And the sad thing is that after that happened, as a consequence, I've probably lost out on what could have been potentially very good friendships and relationships. Because of that, I'm sure that I pushed many people away, people who were genuine and kind. While there are snakes slithering around us all the time, I'm very aware of this. Yay, these snakes will slither out of the grasslands and come right onto your couch and share a drink with you and stab you with that poison. I'm telling you. But alas, I know that it's not very healthy to be suspicious of everybody around you and to go through life just, looking over your shoulder all of the time. I just used the Permagel concealer. This is the Skin Fetich in M16. And then I am going to again use just a little bit of powder to seal that. In my previous life, I will admit that I used to be so suspicious of people who talk to me through a screen, because I would just be like, why is this person doing this? Why are they being nice to me? Why? But why? But in order for me to release my soul and find a calmness within, I really had to get to a place where I could let go of that. And I think that one of the steps that we can use to do that is to acknowledge things that have happened in our past and see how those things have affected us. Coronavirus has brought a lot of things to light. It has brought things to the surface and almost forced me to look at things that maybe I would have liked to ignore. And it hasn't been an easy process at all. I'm using Huda Beauty's Textured Shadows palette, a Rose Gold edition, and I'm going to use the colors Sandalwood, Henna and Bay on my eyelids. Just stay with me. I'm getting a bit carried away with this eye. It was never meant to be like this. I line my eyes with a brown pencil, and now I'm just smudging that ever so slightly. Should I do a lash? No, I should do a lash, but should I do like a glam lash or a... Nah, let's go glam. Go big or go home, baby. Lashes are done. So now I am just going to line the inner corner of the eye with the Too Faced Better Than X liquid liner.
Oh, she's pretty. She's so nice. Oh, I like it. I really like it.
What shall we do next? Some blush, some highlighter. Let me just do a quick nose job. We are using Caramel Cutie Fenty Beauty bronzer. So I like to focus over here on the flatter part of my nose. If I turn my face, can you see how flat it is? So I want to build a bridge. And then let's just blend these harsh lines and go back in with the foundation sponge. I'm gonna grab some powder. And then we're gonna use some blush. I'm gonna go into my Mischief Minx MAC palette and get my favorite peachy blush. And then I'm gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wand. I'm just gonna put some on the back of my hand and then just apply it with my finger. Just a touch, and I don't like going all the way to the tip of my nose because then it just makes it look oily. I'm gonna use some lipstick before I apply the powder. This one is from Sephora. It's a Sephora brand product and it is called the Sephora Rouge Brilliant Shine. I always buy like 4 of these whenever I go because there's no Sephora here, but she's so amazing. And this is the last one that I have. That's enough. I'm gonna do some powder. I would actually do this before I do my lips, but
You guys make me nervous.
I feel like I'm doing a show and tell. And voila! Last things last, I am going to go in again with the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 spray. And now my work is done. So in conclusion, I just want to say that we should never allow people, toxic people, to derail us to the point where we are being pinned to the ground. I don't think that anybody should have that kind of power over us.
I'm going to sneeze. I'm not going to sneeze.
I didn't mean for this to turn into a TED talk. I really didn't. Confidence is key, guys. There's only one LynnJazzy. There's only one of them, and that's it. That is the end of it. Goodbye. I do believe in self-love. I really do, and I think that we should stop allowing people to make us feel bad about the blessings that we have in our life. I am so grateful for my husband and for my family and the circle that I have around me, because they are so encouraging. And I also think that it comes with age, because you learn how to kind of dig out the weeds and get rid of negative energy. You need to keep positive energy around you through the people that you keep around you. That brings us to the end of this video. Thank you again so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will be back again soon. Be beautiful always. Bye.